is that show?
Why is Abs so disrespectful, son? What's good, y'all? If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and I act on KRXOVR Media. I'm not even gonna waste too much time with this introduction because Lord knows how long everybody's been waiting for this one, and I know I'm late on it. But for those of you who are new, I just want to say, make sure you check out my intro to Abra Cadabra mix and playlist. Those are the top 10 plus some bonus songs for new Abra Cadabra listeners. If you want to introduce your friends to Abs, if you want to listen to a mix of some of his best songs, I'm gonna drop all that in the pinned comment in the description down below, maybe even in the pinned cards up here. But I don't want to hold you out too much longer, man. Let's get it. Abs is the reason why I bought this big red button. The right get left get stretched for just 10 times and no. He's quite literally the reason why I had to buy a pause button. Cause the things that he's been doing in these damn tracks over these past 2 years.
Right now it's an F up and get a chest out with your vest, cuz.
He's just consolidating all his intros into this one. It's like he's peak level Abs.
Full up blocks, friends purging, lurking, spin it and person. He's like chilling on the up block district. Come like the ops ain't learning. He ain't who he says he is, and he's tracks little prick, can't know him in person. He can tweak on the net till we catch him in hurt and burn him, close them curtains. Squeeze on the lead with it, don't get seen with it, you little idiot. More time, more tech time when it's on top, stepping out daytime with the evening. I ain't leaving till the 9 milli sleeps and him back on the block and my uncle's preaching. He told him I don't bang no guns on this evening. He said that we got too much rappers and not enough slappers. He's a little liar, pants on fire, like he never got shot out as a tire. Test shot, make it leak like juice on the up block when it get chopped like fruit. And then pay a head try split into two, then I'm doing date night just me and my boo.
Alright, so at this point we're about a minute in and we've gotten every preview so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the remaining 2 minutes are gonna be because I was already familiar with a lot of these. So we're gonna pull this back up from the top real quick. And we're gonna take this one in. But this is feeling like pinnacle Abs on drill right now.
Get right, get left, and get stretched through the drillers 10 times and no.
Is that H1K?
Or B shit.
Who produced this one? Let me see. It's like it said H1K.
Right now it's an F up and get a chest up with your vest, cuz.
Let me see who produced this one.
Full up blocks, friends purging, lurking, spin it and person. He's like chilling on the up block district. Come like the ops ain't learning. He ain't who he says he is, and his tracks little prick, can't know him in person. He can tweak on the net till we catch him in hurt and burn him, close them curtains. Squeeze on the lead with it, don't get seen with it, you little idiot. More time, more tech time when it's on top, stepping out daytime with the evening. I ain't leaving till the 9 milli sleeps and him back on the block and my uncle's preaching. He told him I don't bang no guns on this evening. He said that we got too much rappers and not enough slappers. He's a little liar, pants on fire, like he never got shot out as a tire. Test shot, make it leak like juice on the up block when it get chopped like fruit. And then pay a head try split into two, then I'm doing date night just me and my boo. Pretty on any side, she look good, she a gone with things, yes. So the X-Man was a complex, drops out man like who's next? How we run this bomber clock, why you think she want ride me and done my dog? Come and see she a eye me man, done the talk, grab a gal and lean. Lean with your wax, lean with your gal, gal lean with your man, lean with the gang.
Why is Abs so disrespectful, son? Not even rude. I'm gonna say straight up disrespectful. The things that he says is just like he goes back and forth between the references to women, the references to drillings, the references to all these things in one track. It makes no sense. I also appreciate his flows here because truth be told, like this isn't Abs' best so far in terms of like his wordplay, his lyricism, etc., etc. And that was one of the things that I was saying as my personal critique about Abs on drill. Prior to his 2020 run, I was like, I feel like drill holds him back. Now I feel like he's delivered so much on drill, he's pretty much just almost kind of ran out of steam a little bit. And I know this is among his last, if not his last drill song. I know he's planning on moving away from drill. So I can get the feeling like this was like him just kind of giving everything encapsulated into one track. But yeah, we gonna take this one back a little bit. Let's go.
Pretty on any side, she look good, she a gone with things, yes. So the X-Man was a complex, drops out man like who's next? How we run this bomber clock, why you think she want ride me and done my dog? Come and see she a eye me man, done the talk, grab a gal and lean. Lean with your wax, lean with your gal, gal lean with your man, lean with the cat. Just lean with it, lean with it, lean with it, lean with it.
Not too crazy about the hook, I'm not gonna lie. Not too crazy about the hook. I would have rather that yeah, I'm not crazy about the hook. I would have rather that would have been a build up into a hook. I feel like with some of the high energy, high delivery hooks that he's given us, especially over the past well, not even near at this point now, since 2020, some of those hooks, I'm talking about Show Me, On Deck, like Flicky, he's given us some A1 hooks. This one, I'm not super crazy about. Like, yeah, I'm not super crazy about this one. I think that this is one of those that he could have released before some of the Product of My Environment tracks and would have slapped a little bit harder, in my opinion.
Just lean with it, lean with it, lean with it, lean with it, gangland, we got hammers like West Ham Texmen. You know when it's in the gang, vex man, pull up in 2 litre diggers and press that. Bad man from the farm estate in jet black, slapping me up and cleft that. It can be a good dude or a bad boy from Abra. Lord knows I can't left that. If I hop out the ride and does that hole when I fling that. Rise on my upwards like Simba, guns up, make it fall down like timber.
You say rise like Simba?
It can be a good dude or a bad boy from Abra. Lord knows I can't left that. If I hop out the ride and does that hole when I fling that. Rise on my upwards like Simba, guns up, make it fall down like timber. Box on a rock, grab that, fill it up. Up block, no sat nav, hit him up. What's that I see up, boy, hit him up. 9mm in the clip, fill him up. He said that we got too much rappers and not enough slappers. He's a little liar. Pants on fire, like he never got shot out as a tire.
I like this as a hook.
When it gets up like fruit, aim for your head, try split into two. Then I'm doing date night, just me and my food. Pretty on any side, she look good, she all go on with things, yes. So the X-Man was a boom, plex.
I don't know why, because he said this already, but something about the way that the beat dropped out. I don't know if that's what happened the first time he had this part of the song in the beginning. But something about that has caught my attention. I'm trying to think. I don't remember what song it is. I'm not even going to try to pretend like I remember what song it is. But there was another song within that 2020 to 2021 run that he had where, like, it had a delay like that. That was just like, Somebody's Son. That's what it was. Somebody's Son. But yeah, I'm not too crazy about this one. Like, I think this one is kind of reaffirming how I felt about Abs on Drill prior to his 2020 run. I feel like this one is like, some of the punchlines aren't his best. Like, especially after some of the things he's given us, I do think that his energy and his flows will compensate for it. But stuff like Chop Like Fruit, like, those are the kind of things I get on other artists about, so I have to be fair. Like, I'm not super crazy about things like that. If the beat was maybe a little bit more bright, a little bit more crazy, I can, like, accept that. But with the fact that this is a more chill, kind of laid-back beat, I think that the other things have to compensate for it more. That's why I wasn't too crazy about the Lean With It sequence earlier, because it's like, that's too chill for how chill this beat is. But I do feel like this is like Abs's bowing out of drill, so I can kind of like acknowledge it for what it is and not kind of be too heavy on it, because I do recognize that he's pretty much over drill at this point. So I get it. Like, you can kind of hear it in this, even though he has been teasing this for a minute though, to be fair.
Who's next? No, we run this bomber clock. Why you think she want around me and done my done? Come and see she I am a man done the talk. I began and lean with your whack. Lean with your gal.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about this. I'm not crazy about this sequence right here.
Lean with the cat. Just lean with it. Lean with it. Lean with it. Lean with it. Lean with your whack. Lean with your gal. Yeah, lean with your man. Lean with the cat. Just lean with it. Lean with it. Lean with it.
You know, this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of Lean Back by Fat Joe. If somebody was able to remix this on Lean Back, the Lean Back beat, I don't even know if that would make sense, or if it's possible. But if somebody made a Lean Back drill beat and then put this on it, it might slap a little bit differently. That's an example of how, if you have a more brighter, busier beat, it can complement some of this stuff. But with how chill this beat is, I'm just like, this kind of lower energy, kind of calmer, spaced out bars kind of thing is not really working out too much for me, in my opinion. Like I said, he's given us way higher levels to kind of come on this now. I think also too, with the fact that there was so much build up for this track, I think that people's expectations are probably really high, or it may have been really low too at the same time. At this point, it's like you already heard so much of the song. But anyway,
lean with it.
But if this is his last track on drill, at least as like a single, I think that this was a fair way to just kind of close it out before getting stale. No more teasers. I'm crying.
Is that server?
Abs, you a fool for that. You a fool for that. So this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're getting straight into it. And I have to be real, this isn't my favorite Abs song. I'm not super crazy about it. Maybe I have to listen to it a little bit more maybe because we've heard so many of the bars from the previews, it doesn't slap as much like your very first time listening to it. I do think that the things that we didn't get in the previews weren't higher levels to what we got from the previews, so that in and of itself kind of killed a little bit of the suspense. But I do think that this is a good way from the bow out of drill. I think that he's kind of said everything he has to say on drill at this point, unless he kind of returns back to like the more melodic kind of drill beats, maybe even incorporating the kind of love song aspects into drill and kind of bring us a whole nother layer. Or maybe Abs be one of the people to kind of implement hybrid Afro swing, Afro beat kind of vibes into drill and create a whole other lane for himself, because he was really jumping off on the Afro swing prior to the drill. In my opinion, that was where he was a better artist prior to that 2020 run with his drill tracks. But with that being said, I think this one was okay. I'm not too crazy about some of the punchlines. I do think that this beat wasn't the kind of beat for how laid back some of the things he was saying was and the way that he was saying certain things. I think it was alright. So I'm looking forward to hearing everything he has coming for us in the future. I'm looking forward to hearing his next Valentine's Day project. It's time to start hearing and seeing some higher, newer levels from Abs. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I'm doing more of this coming fair, but until next time, peace.